Hello, here we go again. Let's take a look at 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid. This was last week, 10-14. We're playing week 7, which is this week, 10-14 as well. So the patch is still relevant. Gotta mute these guys. Okay. Now, I'm doing 100 Thieves versus TL because 100 Thieves beat Cloud9. So there's potential in the roster. We haven't seen what the Poom Contractz combination can do just yet. We've only seen them work in the academy, and it was good. And Team Liquid is obviously tied in first place with Cloud9, which is crazy. They've won games, so they're definitively better at late game decision making than a lot of these other teams. Let's take a look at the ban, see if we can pick up any information out of that. So Kalista ban. To me, that tells me 100 Thieves doesn't play Kalista. Why don't they play Kalista? Because that means you'd have to play the bot side. So Cody, not really the guy you're playing around. He's trying to be more utility, more scaling. Ashe gives you the perfect thing for that. Azir ban. Jensen's been sick on Azir, so maybe just want to get rid of that right away. And then Aphelios, kind of the same thing. You have to play around that lane. So I think Ashe is the perfect fit for how 100 Thieves wants to play right now, which is Ssumday carrying, Ryoma being support, and maybe Contractz being your secondary carry. Contractz not so much about your Volley or your Trundle, much more about your Olafs, your Lees, your Graves, and Nidalees too. On Team Liquid side, banning Olaf, Contractz beat C9 with it, banning Nidalee, Contractz beat FlyQuest with it. And then TF. I'm pretty sure Ryoma has not played TF. But it's interesting that they ban it right now because Jensen can play it. So the TF ban tells me you are scared of 100 Thieves first picking TF, which means you might not have an answer to TF, or you might be worried that the early game from 100 Thieves is too strong with that pick. But instead of focusing on the early, Team Liquid's just going to go straight into scaling. Already, you have enough damage here. You've got your Ornn, you've got your CC, you've got your Graves and Ezreal, the DPS, the early, the mobility. So this is a pretty standard stuff. We've seen a lot of Ornn with Graves or Ornn with Ezreal, and already, bam, team identity solidified. Those two are going to try to scale up. So this to me is already telling me Team Liquid has no intentions of playing around top or intentions around bottom. And when you're banning out even more top lane champions, you're trying to make sure that Ssumday's not on the carry that can exploit top hard so that you can leave top on an island. If you have the Kayle versus the Ornn, you're going to feel pressured to help the Ornn out so that you can delay the Kayle. If you're up against a Camille or a Fiora, I haven't really seen Fiora. Camille's just so much easier to execute on. Then you again are going to feel pressured to help that lane out. And Syndra, strong early matchup against Ori, so they're just setting up Ryoma. So second rotations for Thieves are about setting up Ryoma. Second rotations for Team Liquid are about setting up Impact. It's funny because with Team Liquid is likely saving their support for last since Orianna has already been locked in. But Jensen's been bodying fools. He's been putting on the Body by Jensen cologne and having a great time. So he doesn't strike me like somebody that would want to put Ryoma at a disadvantage in his champion pool. I think he'd feel confident enough taking whatever matchup into him and coming out ahead. Now, Zoe locked in. Love this pick. Heavy physical damage from your jungle and AD, and Zoe means that no one else will be, because you have Zoe, no one else wants to be dealing magic damage, so that she can be the sole source of damage. It makes it harder for 100 Thieves to itemize magic resistance since it's only dealing with one champion, but if that champion hits you, you're gonna be dead. So Zoe with AD is wonderful. I think the only times I like seeing Zoe with another AP pairing is with Nidalee, because you have both long range and you can really one-shot somebody despite early MR stacking, but you still want to have then your AD be heavy AD and then your top lane be AD. You can't have all three. And 100 Thieves take okay, Jace and Karma. This is all early. This is all super, super early, and they don't have a way of engaging already. So 100 Thieves need to smurf the early game if they want to win this. Think of how do you engage into the Ornn, into the Zoe later on. You have Arrow, Lee Sin, not very reliable. Not reliable at all. Whereas Team Liquid have Ornn, they've got Zoe, they've got Bard now. Love, love, love the Bard. I just finished watching Top Esports play DMO. So Top Esports is the #1 LPL team right now. DMO, I believe, is the last place LPL team. I don't know if Rogue Warriors is a win yet. But it made me think of something really interesting. Mark my words on this. I think that Bard right now, and it's been suspected for a while, but after seeing a few games, I am solidified in my opinion. If you're not playing Bard, you're not going to make it far in playoffs. Now, let me give you the reasons why. And I remember to move my camera there. So look at that. Look at that improvement. Look at that quick learning. It only takes me a bunch of stumbles, but we'll get it in the end. So why is Bard so important? Number one, amazing roams, right? Incredible roams. Quite safe in lane. Portal is pretty fantastic. Very good at setting up ganks. Can cheese your lanes, right? Can cheese lanes by setting up those little nuggets of health right there, little chicken nuggets. Yeah. Super busted. And the other aspect is that your ultimate is amazing for both tower dives and denying Rift Herald. I think denying Rift Herald is such a big move. Think of how much effort it can take a team to switch the bottom lane to the top side, go for an early Herald as a trade to a dragon, and then when they go pop it, Bard is there, drops the ultimate on top of it, you don't get any plates. So the opportunity cost of going for the Herald was the movement, and then you were counting on getting gold or even the first turret. Bard denies it. Maybe you get one plate max if you keep the Herald and you have a lot of people there ready to auto attack the turret while the Herald distracts. But it really makes it so that Herald plays are a lot weaker, and you can fall behind in that tempo and still come back. So I think that that's a super valuable ability, and what I saw from Top Esports that they pulled it off with was Bard with Volibear. How much time is that where a turret is just in unused, disabled, just chilling, not doing anything? All right, Bard drops the ultimate. When it comes out, Volibear drops the ultimate. You can just use the whole map to your advantage. So very, very cool stuff. Anyways, watch out for that, guys. The teams that don't play Bard will not get far. Okay, both junglers start top side, or start red buff. Path to bot side. Looks like Broxah wants to finish top. Why do I say that? He went red to blue, and he goes like this. He goes down and up, down and up. So he'll path back to top side, and Lee is doing the same thing. Red to blue and back to bottom. I like none of these. None. Okay, so Contractz goes for top side. I like this. Contractz has a lot of good lanes to play around right now. So going for the crab top side is huge because you want to help out Ssumday even more. You know Ssumday's your boy. And he might run into Contractz here. Both have smite, but it looks like Contractz already uses. He's just going to commit for it. Ooh, gets it in the end. Broxah feeling frisky. He can only do this because Jensen is right behind him. That would have been really scary. Shock Blast into the range of Hammer the Sky. I think that's the name? To the Sky, not Hammer the Sky. To the Sky. To the Skies is the name of the Jace Hammer form Q. Anyways, he can now go for the double scuttle while Broxah goes for a second. It's weird that Broxah's going top side here. See how Core JJ moved? Right, Core JJ was looking for an opportunity to go for the scuttle. I want to take a look at that. Could he have actually gone for the double crab? For the crab after? That's why I was saying I would have preferred if Broxa finished bot side, because you're not getting any pressure from top. I mean, it's Jace, right? Even if the Ornn has first move, Jace is just faster. Yep. Yeah, there's no way to save it. Puma and Cody just have too much pressure. So the mistake was in the earlier routes and thinking. So what Broxa had to do is think, where is Contractz most likely to end, and where should I end as well, and I should end in the opposite side of that, because both side lanes for 100 Thieves will have early priority. Okay, not the end of the world, but pretty good for 100 Thieves. Slight CS leads across the board except in mid, so everything's going as expected. So as long as Team Liquid can stall out Dragons, they'll be happy. I think I talked about this in the C9 EG game, where the early game team needs to have an incredible priority on the Dragon, not just to get those early fights, but to be able to pressure the opponent into taking fights at a disadvantageous level or itemization threshold. I feel like I could have said that in a lot easier words. That's something I'm trying to work on, just being able to express myself without sounding like I'm using big fancy words. Like, there's got to be a better way to say that. I feel like threshold is just not the right word. It's too sounds too pretentious. What are other pretentious league words? If you know any, let me know. Okay, so what do we got now? Ezreal TP's back. Got Tyr and Cole. Great first buy. I mean, this is fantastic. This is what you want to see out of your Ezreal. He's just gonna be farming it up. And now top laners are still saving their TP. I like this move by Ssumday. It should keep him in check for a potential dragon take, which they're gonna go for after the bot lane shove. Mid lane's not here, but he's making it. So even if 100 Thieves were to want to, if Team Liquid wants to contest, I think 100 Thieves would have no problem taking that fight. So nice and early dragon. Obviously not the nuts 5 minutes spawn Drake, but minute 30, still useful. You just have to consider, okay, a minute 30, how valuable is that? Would that have meant that Ezreal, if he had a minute 30 extra of time, would be an item stronger, a Mirror Mana completed stronger, a Sheen to just Mana Crystal stronger? So it's always hard to think about how much impact the time at which you take Dragon affects the strength of the enemy. Okay, Broxa chilling, just farming. So he's thinking, could I counter jungle the blue buff? And I think he could have. I can't see on the map if that's a blue ward right there, right next to the scuttle. It might be. But look at Zoe. Right, Zoe has prio mid. She can move. It would have been interesting to see if they would be willing to go for that, because they know Lee's route since he finished topside. So you can infer that the blue is going to be coming up around the same time that one of your own buffs, that your own blue comes out of. Ooh, good invade. Bard is moving first, though. Can 100 Thieves take this? Contractz has no kick and flash. Jensen. Uh-oh, Jensen. Jensen's done. Oh, sick dodge. I need to see that again. I need to see what the hell happened here. Yeah, we need to see that again. So it starts with Jensen getting jumped on. Smoke screen already used. Right, so smoke is down. It's not going to come up for like 20 seconds. And they're just getting collapsed on. Lee has a level advantage and is a conqueror. Like Lee is so much stronger here. Red buff, conqueror against face Graves right now. Right, has the ward hop, dodges out. Yeah, Jensen's just dead. Okay, I like that Ryoma came from the other side, wrapped around, knew he was strong. If he went from the same side, I don't think 100 Thieves gets that play. And then Ssumday dies from what? Did he have Ignite on? I think in the cast we thought that the red buff autoed him, but that just looked weird to me. I think it was Ignite. Yeah, Impact had Ignite. I knew it. I knew something was up. All right, watch. Where does he pop the Ignite? Pop, Ignite, flash auto, and then it's one swipe of red. So maybe that is correct. So it was both the red and the Ignite to take him out. But this is what you want to see at 100 Thieves. You want to see them be fighting early. This is what their comp needs to take advantage of. They pulled it off well. They played around the top side. You know that bot lane is going to be fine. Makes you wonder how that fight could have gone if mid jungle from Team Liquid were closer together. We're more on the same page, because Jensen being in that position looked like he was wanting to go for blue, while Broxtek clearly did not have that in mind. So if he knew that his jungler wasn't going to go for the play, he should have never been there. Ooh, okay. Okay, Impact knows Ssumday can't hammer for him in, doesn't have ult or flash. But with that shock blast down, I think Impact might be thinking about another engage. And look at this. Contractz is already here. This could be Impact's end. He does catch a ward. Oh, he's done. Nice. Okay, Contractz having a strong game. Really tough for Team Liquid to play around bottom here. Karma, Ashe, you can only catch them if a Bard has an ult, and there's not enough harass out of them to actually force Poom to use shield in a defensive manner. So they're good. Yeah, I never really stood a chance here. I like Impact, how immediately he sees how doomed the fight is, and instead of using the ultimate to help them out, he just goes for Ssumday. It's a good heads up move out of him. Diagra. We didn't get to really see this setup, but Core is here. 1 minute for Dragon. 100 Thieves needs to be on this. Now. I think they need to likely get Ryoma to base so that he can have his Seraphs here. I guess he doesn't have enough gold yet. It's going to be too late now. So 100 Thieves going for the Rift Herald. In the meantime, Cody is okay. Can he 1v2 that? Look at how awesome approach velocity is. That is one of my favorite secondary keystones. I wish there was a way to justify taking it more. Contractz bases right away. 20 seconds for drag. Need to get the dragon. And look at this. So Ryoma had the base timing. So he's thinking about basing. He wouldn't have been channeling it there if he wasn't. I think he wanted to get the item. He wanted to get it. This is huge for Team Liquid. The longer they can stall out this dragon take, or even a fight if it happens, the better it is. Clock is ticking. Oh, it feels like the cloth. Oh, that's such a terrible analogy. I was going with something, but it ended up just being like really macabre. So we'll just say that they need to get the dragon and move away from that gruesome imagery. Just thinking about maybe being strangled by a cloth, and then it's just slowly letting up from 100 Thieves, and here it comes. They take it, but Team Liquid has no way of fighting. And look at how easy it is for them to take it. You already saw what Contractz did to Broxah and Jensen. So why would they feel more confident in it now when you have your weaker members with you too, right? You've got your Bard and your Ezreal that you haven't done anything with all game. Like, they're not going to be the ones to salvage this. So now is when Team Liquid needs to take the dragon fight. 4 minutes in, or 4 minutes from now. The Herald is a key play here. 400 Thieves now. Need to get more gold. Absolutely more gold. Gotta pop that before the 1 minute mark. And I personally, I'm stupid. They popped at bottom before the fight. But anyways, I really like popping it on Lee Sin, and I hate taking it on him because it kills away your ward hop. Just such a big play. Ssumday has flash, so he could survive. Yep, and he does. They're going for tactical. Contractz has flash. I think they can get him. Oh, wait a minute. Kick flash? What the? Wait. What happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. We need to see that. So Team Liquid win 2 plays. They win 2 plays on the map. First, a gank top that doesn't really net anything. And then Contractz messes up bottom. And so they end up just having a cross-map win that should never have happened. That is so lucky. Yes, they lose the turret because of how good the position was for the gank, but I need to see what the hell went down there, because I thought Contractz had that. You've got kick flash and Ezreal that only has flash up. I mean, Ezreal obviously is super slippery, but are we going to see it? Are we not going to see that? Shit. Okay. We're going to use the mini-map to figure out what the hell went down. This is how you end up just trying to figure out how a game played out. So watch the mini-map. Watch if Cody uses arrow. So Lee shows up. Karma's here too. What are the mechanics? When does Ezreal shift? Ezreal goes to the alcove. So Ezreal shift flashes. Where does Contractz flash? Where does he flash? Oh, flashes the Bartle instead of kick flash? Where was his ward hop? Did he not have a ward hop? Yeah, so he doesn't have a ward hop. Oh man, that is why it sucks so much. Yep, no ward hop. That's why that looks so stupid. Oh, rip. Rip. Look at that. Buys 2 wards right away. Like, fuck that. You hate to see it. Hate to see it. Obviously, if you hit Q, it might work, but with Ezreal having flash and shift, I think the only way for you to outplay it, if the Ezreal is competent, is you using a ward hop. With ward hop, I give it to Lee every time. Without it, I give it the edge to the Ezreal. Ezreal pulled it off. They still have the gold lead, so a lot of it will just come down to this next drag fight. Hand it over. So it's likely fine to keep this lane assignment. Bot lane wave is crashing. There's nobody there to go on Ashe, but look at how vulnerable Ashe is right now. If you had a Bard and Graves grouped together around where Ezreal is and you could portal over, Ashe is dead. Right? Ashe is fodder. Just imagine if Graves is next to Bard right now, Cody's fucking done. Like, what? How is he allowed to be here? What? How is Cody's son allowed to be in that position without farm? So here's where I'm thinking Broxah should have skipped wolves. needed to make a beeline into the Ashe. Ashe has no flash. You've got a Bard that can portal you over. And she's still chilling. She's still chilling, and there's no help coming her way. Oh, he should have been done. He should have been done. Okay, it's fine. They're holding up. I don't know. I think a Chinese team would have just timed that summoner and instantly gone onto Ashe. Just I can slay her right there. Okay, here they go. Oh, yes, please go on Cody. Please go on Cody. Oh, okay, they don't see the river. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's not enough information for Team Liquid to make this play. They only see the Karma now. They don't know where Contractz or Ryoma are. They don't even know Ryoma base. They don't know he base for Merc, Treads, and Fiendish, which is just a good purchase for the next drag fight. So teams are getting their reset in. Getting the moolah, get the things that the moolah can buy right before the Drake. You might want to have Impact join up here. I think giving the top tier ones not such a big deal if you can stall this out, but Broxa is top, needs to be grouping up with the Bard right now. Oh, okay, base is last. What does he have? Phage? I think at this point I'd rather see a lethality item. Oh, just didn't have anything. Wait, he based for a ruby crystal? Does he have no mana? Really? I don't think that's worth. I don't think that's worth. Oh, control wards? Is that it? He has what? No. You got one control ward and the longsword. So think of the cost, right? So Graves has control ward longsword, and he bases for control ward ruby crystal. And now he's much later to the fight. So Core has to sit here. Core can't push up. They can't take advantage of being grouped together before the dragon. So this just sets behind all of Team Liquid for being able to fight around this area. A stronger team, if 100 Thieves was a stronger team, they would have just obliterated the vision here and messed up with it. Because now when Broxa finally shows up, it's 10 seconds until Drake. A stronger team would have either killed one of them already or been able to take the dragon. They don't have sweepers available or even clear out the wards properly. So Team Liquid is lucky that 100 Thieves didn't take advantage of that mismatch in base timing, because they were grouped up at a much more proficient time. But here we go. Whoa. 5v5. Bubble lands. Just do the inspection. Like, what's going on? I like this a lot better from Team Liquid. Why? They are starting the fight on a squishy target. Jensen's already going to have a ton of burst. And it's a 5v5. This is a stronger team 5v5 than 100 Thieves should be. Unless Ryoma lands a god shockwave. Like, they can obviously stack crazy combos, but it's so much harder to pull off. So I think Team Liquid was going to win this one. Ssumday gets poked out. Oh, they're still going. Oh, wait a minute. What? I mean, they still poke them out. Huge shockwave. Nice. Okay, Team Liquid kind of trolling, but they did a lot of work already, so I don't think any team is in the best position to deal with this dragon. Ssumday can TP back, and so is Cody. So yeah, 100 Thieves looks a lot better here. Contractz does not have flash, just going in, hoping Ssumday follows up. Misses the shock blast. Okay, 100 Thieves wins that. Why did Impact go back in is my question here. Because now you're giving up this dragon. Oh, wait a minute. They still want to go. Zoe can TP back in. We still got to fight. Well, guys, you could have finished and maybe gotten out. You all have flashes. What the? I would have liked to see 100 rush that. It's not like there's ults on Team Liquid to win that. Oh, now they lose Dragon. Jesus. Jeez, that's GG. Oh my goodness. It's over. It is over. Now the Ezreal has Frozen Fist. I think he might have even had it before that fight. Oh, okay. Let's just see it from the start. So Jensen lands a sick poke. Right, bam. Comboed with Ezreal. Great. Great. Ssumday has to probably base or heal up. Now they should be thinking about getting mid control again. But what is this? Trying to catch Ryoma. You already saw that Jensen's damage was not enough to take down Ssumday, combined with Tactical's ultimate. Ssumday doesn't have MR. Ryoma is much tankier. And you're going to commit to him with the Seraphs active as well? Okay. This was really nice. This was really nice from Ryoma. Nice little pick. Okay, so 100 Thieves has 20 seconds before Ornn, 30 before Jensen. What should they do here? I think you should rush the dragon. You could also have TP these people before. So this is another thing that is weird. There's a lot of things that can be done. So watch these TPs. Right, they're gonna TP to bottom river, and mid tier 1. Those are beta TPs right now, right? Those are the most beta of TPs you could think of. Why? You have 5 people up. You've got 2 in position to engage. Contractz has flash. He's going to miss the Q. I don't think he's got wards to hop over. But think of what happens if both TP right here. If both TP here, you just kill these guys. If Ezreal even joins the fight, like, you're winning this. This is gonna be a cakewalk. It's freaking Bard Graves. So they TP separately. So it's not Ori, sorry, it's the Ashe. Like, I would have loved to see a TP behind them. TP behind them. Both at the same time. Just fucking get ready to go. Because you need to be aggressive right now. And so they miss out on the window. How much time would they have had when they TP? Am I just slow here to see this? So should they have... So they need to be basing and getting back ASAP. Let's see. Okay, Cody bases. Ssumday bases now. So by the time they finish, it'll be about 10 seconds for impact. Let's see, they're in base. They TP pretty much instantly. You would have had 10... By the time they made it, you would have had 9 seconds for Ornn to show up with 4 on TP. You would have had about 13. I think that's good enough. Good enough for you to get some poke onto these 2 guys and then do the Drake. So they don't do that. Cody gets a mid wave. Now the TPs for Team Liquid are coming in. So now it looks like it's in trouble because they haven't cleared much vision. The pixel is now cleared. Team Liquid still have vision. It's a nice shock blast. Yeah, this looks doomed at this position because now you just reset the fight and you're taking aggro from the dragon while Jensen's on the side. It just looks doomed. Giving up that Drake delays your soul by 10 more minutes, makes Team Liquid stronger, and you already showed that you couldn't contest against him in a 5v5. So 100 Thieves, the clock is now against them. It is the hill of aging. When aging ceases to be a process of gaining strength and one of, oh no, I'm deteriorating. That is what's happening here. No, I think Tactical just TP'd up here for the wave. Okay. Ooh, Contractz. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's so dead. That is a really fun combo. The Shirelius from core to speed up Jensen too. Hang on, does it speed up allies? I haven't seen that item in such a long time. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure it speeds him up. Like, how did he move so fast? Right. Yeah, it does. Let's Zoe traverse a longer distance, increasing the damage of her Q. And if Zoe can do that already, then you are in a great spot. Right, gold is even, 3 minutes, 100 Thieves needs to make more stuff happen, but Team Liquid's just okay with grouping. Okay, looking at the map, what can 100 Thieves do? It's tough because threatening Baron is not really an option right now. You'll be so low and the poke from Team Liquid is way too high. You're usually just going to be messing with fire, playing with fire. Bard can also screw up your Baron take. It's like, surprise! You can't even kill it if you try to. Telling you guys, pick up Bard. Support players, play that champ. Play your Bard, man. He just keeps checking Baron off cooldown. They've got Zoe, Scryers too, so they know what they need to do. Minutes 30. Looks like 100 Thieves isn't even in a position to get priority in any of these lanes. Right, Ssumday's not beating up Impact. He's not even taking trades all the way, right? He's just backing off. He doesn't have anybody there with him, but normally you'd see people be a little bit more willing to take these fights. And I think a big part is Jaces tend to go Blade of the Ruined King if they're going to be fighting side lanes. So this is not so much a side lane build, at least not yet. Specifically against Ornn, he'll need more sustain. Okay, 100 Thieves, once again, first to the punch, but they are outclassed in itemization right now. Look at the Ezreal's items. They're so stupid. Okay, Puma's dead. So dumb. Yeah, Dragon is Team Liquid's now. Nice pick. Bard catches you without flash. Just look at him. Has Frozen Fist and Mercurial Scimitar and QSS, Quicksilver Sash. 2 defensive items, heavily defensive items, and does more damage than Ashe with 3 offensive items. Right? Zerg's definitely offensive. CDR, arguable offensive. Yeah, probably an offensive item. Depends on what champion that you have. Or, sorry, offensive. Just nuts. Just disgusting how a single champion that's supposed to be a marksman can build defensive items and be more powerful than an AD that builds AD items and lacks mobility, right? Her slow is even weaker than Ezreal's, it seems. It's just gross. 100 Thieves already conceded the dragon from the loss of Poom, so Team Liquid now gets to stack theirs. They're soaring, man. And this is why the strength of Team Liquid is so hard to gauge. Because when we think of the game, right, you go through the steps that what did Team Liquid do as a proactive play that was not hinged on a mistake of 100 Thieves to win the game, right? Like, what were the plays? Let's see. The first play was Contractz and Ryoma bodied Jensen and Broxa because the two were not on the same page. The second play that Team Liquid did was Contractz messed up. No, wait a minute. Oh, he's dead. Another one bites the dust. The second play was Contractz messed up bottom and gave up the early lead. The third play was them jumping into 100 Thieves. And 100 Thieves, I think, had an opportunity to salvage it anyways, but they fumbled it. And then from that point onwards, well, their composition just has a hard time. So Jensen had some nice bubbles, and then Core JJ had some nice ults. Those were the plays. Like, those were the two plays that Team Liquid did to be in this position in this game. So it doesn't give you a lot of confidence for the team, because it doesn't feel like they're crafting their wins, right? It doesn't feel like they're taking the best resources available to them and then just getting the dub that way. It feels like the enemy team fumbles, and they're just really good at being able to identify, oh, hey, you messed up. All right, we'll take that win. Thank you very much. And against a team that doesn't mess up, or is not messing up as drastically, oh, sad. A team that doesn't mess up as drastically is not going to give Team Liquid the opportunity to win then. They beat C9 though, and C9 plays their good shit, like a Galio Callista, that kind of comp. I'm going to be clapping for him. I'm going to get up and clap. Because it is 26 minutes in. Most people have been a part of 5 kills. Jungler is a part of 0. Certainly was a criticism thrown at Broxah this game. Yeah, thrown at anybody with a score line, any role, except maybe top. But if your counterpart has that participation, then you still feel bad. But anybody that has such a low engagement with a game would have a hard time identifying what it is that they needed to do better, because, like, well, just join up, man. Be a part of it. Be a part of the dub. Minute 50. Gold lead slightly swinging over. At this point, it feels like Team Liquid can just get single picks with... Oh, nice scryers from Jensen. Nice. Very smart. The second he suspected something was up. So it feels like Team Liquid just needs to group and then now wait for Jensen or Core to find the pick and just keep doing that. Rinse and repeat. And if you don't, you've got the stronger team fight. As long as your frontline tanks and Ezreal hit some poke, or maybe Zoe follows up too, you're good to go. Oh, yikes. Didn't see the QSS, my man. Even though Tactical didn't even play that well, you could have done it faster. Just shows you that they're in such a dire position. That's the kind of stuff Contractz was hoping to do at the bottom 5, all the way back, like level 7. Free Baron. Jace can shock blast this, but nobody else is there. Okay, finds Jensen. Fine. Oh, gross. 289 on that Bard heal. I think Athene's must have procced on that. Okay, here they go. Oh, what was that smite? Who smited that? Was that a double smite chain? Did Jensen or... What the? Hang on, slow-mo. Oh, it was a really early smite. Oh boy, that was rough. God, Brox, I don't want to... Okay, let's check it out. Slow it down. Slow it down. 1550, a little bit more. So his smite's probably about 700 right now. Just usually a safe number. Oh, Oh, it's at 429 and smite's been used. Nobody else has. Wait, like, am I missing something? Oh, okay. I am. I am definitely missing. It's impact that does it. I don't know why I didn't see that. This is why you slow things down. So what happened? So they should be smiting together right now. Oh, they were just so slow with it. Oh my god, they were just brutally slow. that was just, uh, you know, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you actually end up being worse at smiting if you have, say, the Callista Rend combo, or if you're trying to have the spell book. So something Team Liquid definitely needs to work on, because that was a very exploitable. A Shock Blast, an Empower Shock Blast, definitely steals that. And if 100 Thieves would have actually taken that dragon earlier, there would have been in a position to take Soul. So maybe even Team Liquid wouldn't have the chance to go for the Baron, or would have been forced to trade. They need to rally 100 Thieves out of here. If they can take a beeline in the lane. Oh, wait, they can fight. Core has ulti. Okay. Like how Impact just rams into them. I think it'd be fun to play a comp where you have Ornn, Poppy, Trundle, and Nivea, and maybe Jarvan. Maybe not the Jarvan. Just those four. The whole point of it is that Ornn and Poppy just keep slamming into things, and Trundle and Anivia just keep popping up walls behind them, so that so that the knockups actually work. I think that'd be really fun. Sounds like a normal game or a clash strat. In fact, the Russian team won a game in Worlds with it. I forget the name of them. Or a Commonwealth region. I forget the name of that region in the first place. It was so long ago, but they were really fun to watch. They were really fun to watch. Tactical can be by himself. He's got QSS stopwatch. So gross, man. So gross. 3 defensive items and still has higher damage output than the Ashe, who's got 3 offensive items. Yeah, 100 Thieves needs Contractz to make a play. I'm sure when they looked at this, there's 2 ways to go about it. Draft stronger late or play better early. I like the draft. I think the draft could have been a little bit better, but I also think they could have played better early. And I'm always going to index in the direction of just play it better, because that's what ultimately gets you the wins. Ooh, fast shockwave. Not enough damage, though. Contractz looks for the angle, but on whom? Everybody's here already. Would have been nice if that came with the shockwave. Kick only finds one. He's dead. Rest are chasing him. They've got no way to go forward. They're just all melee champions. No gap closer. They just gotta run. They're not melee, but they feel melee since their movement strategies just walk forward. No dashes, no leaps, no drifts. To the skies is not a gap closer. To the skies is like Xin Zhao audacious charge. You're still vulnerable. You're still weak. You're just putting yourself closer to the death. Minute 24. Now this just looks hopeless at this point, right? The Team Liquid used 2 Barons to push onto you. So what did 100 Thieves need to do better this game? Earlier dragons. right? Earlier. I'm talking 5 minutes in. You got to be getting that dragon. You got to be stacking those ASAP. So earlier first dragons. The third one, I think the TPs could have been better. Same thing with the positioning. And then the Contractz misplay bottom. Those are the big ones that stick out in my mind. Still 33 minutes in and Broxa has a single assist. That's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Okay, Core's looking. Same thing with Impact. There's a few members that have to flash away. Ssumday does have flash. Look at that. There's no damage from the Shock Blast. That's the empowered Shock Blast straight to the face of Tactical and doesn't even feel it. Poom. Poom got poom done. Can they end? They should end. Oh, Ryoma. Tactical. Nice flash. Keep it going. Okay. QSS super late. Not Captain Jack. And comes a final push. Brock says here's got 2 assists though. Found that one on Poom. Okay, wrapping it up. Yikes. Wow, okay. I think this was a better showing from 100 Thieves and Team Liquid. Damn. Man, they're going to get smoked by C9. I got to see more Team Liquid games. But anyways, thank you for watching. I also want to give you an update. You guys have to get on this coconut oil for your hair train. If you're like flowers, get on it. If you're like Azale, also get on it because it's good for your skin. So it's not necessarily for your hair. You can put it on your beard. You can put it on your skin. I'm a coconut man from this point onwards. Although everything does smell like coconut now. I don't think that's a bad thing just yet. Anyways, see you guys later.